What's up guys, Mike here. Last time we talked, I made the decision that we're gonna scrap the cap on the Project Tremblay. So in this episode, we start designing a brand new one from scratch. Now to do that, I'm gonna use a bunch of this PVC foam I've got laying around the shop and the trusty hot glue gun. There's a couple different ways to do it, of course, like everything when you're rebuilding the boat, but the way I'm going with is to lay this foam on top of the hull. Go underneath of it and trace out the outer hull line. Take that off, cut it the shape, and then glue it back down to the hull side so it kind of stays in one place, doesn't fall off, move around. And then kind of glue all these pieces together, get the shape you like, sand it, trim it some more, make some more decisions. What do you like this, do you like that? You know, get it exactly how you want, and then get a layer of glass on the entire top of it to lock it all in place. Flip it over, glass the bottom side, just like that, you got a brand new cap. Of course, it's that easy, right? So anyway, stay tuned, because today, start with a bare boat, and we end up with this. All right, we're getting there. Very, very rough fit, but this will give you an idea, kind of the shape here. This side, obviously, I mean, I haven't even trimmed that side. That's just kind of how that foam landed, but left plenty of room. So the next thing is going to take tape measure, and I think it's gonna probably only be about 6 inches here. It's kind of whatever it is to the bottom there, out to the hull. That's the line I'm gonna follow. So it's just gonna kind of taper out a little bit and then meet a curve up there at the top. Let me see if I got a little supports in here or whatnot. So should give me tons of storage under there, tons of storage back here. I'm gonna cut out where the transom is there, cut a little splash well, probably make it big enough that I can put like a pie plate in there. You know, make sure I can get down into the bilge area at least. If I need to touch that bilge pump. There shouldn't be anything else under there. But anyways, yeah, get in there. And rain's getting here too. It's about to get nasty. All right, here's what I'm doing to get these edges. So went ahead and made lines every 6 inches all the way down. Starting down here, it's only gonna be a 6-inch gunnel, so I marked 6 inches. And then at every one of these bulkhead supports that are under the boat, I kind of remeasured. This one's only about 7 inches. And then this one here looks like it's roughly about 10 inches. Not perfect, but so that's what I'm eyeballing. And then for where it meets the front of the deck here, I'm going with 11 inches. So basically now it's just gonna do some math. So I made lines every 6 inches, and if you got 10 here, 7 here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marks between them, divide it out, you know. And then that's how far each one needs to go in. No, I don't know those numbers right off the top of my head, but eventually I'll measure these out. I'll put another mark, you know, here, connect the dots, and it should give it a nice little curve. Now for the end, hold on one sec. Gonna take something, I'm just using a bucket lid now. Not sure if that's what I am gonna go with, but I'll kind of put that on there, you know, with my line and draw a little half circle around it, just trace that. So that'll give me a nice curve here. On the back, I'm gonna go a lot tighter of a circle, probably just, you know, use a roll of tape or something to draw this line back here. I don't even know if you can see it. That's gonna curve in a little tighter. But that should, I don't know, I think that should look nice. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. I might swoop it a little more, a little less, just kind of start trimming it, and you can always trim more. So I'll start real high and see what I'm feeling for that end there. I'm gonna go ahead and redo all this number stuff. It's getting late in the day, so my brain doesn't want to do number stuff. but we'll get them marked out. We'll play connect the dots. All right, forget all the lines and the measuring and all that nonsense. I had a little epiphany. So, set this up real quick. You ever see a push pole, how it mounts on a boat? Took a piece of foam or just one of the scrap pieces, ripped off 1 inch strip roughly with a razor knife. Took some little finishing nails and there. I'm just basically sticking these nails down in here to hold it where I want it, and that makes a pretty dang nice little curve right there. And I can put one over here on this end. Let's see. So just tack that down. All I'm doing is just lightly, pushing them in about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. And there. I got my curve that I want. So now, take the marker and just lightly right. And I can slide this out and go down to here, and I can hold that one in place right on that line. Grab these little nails and push it up against that line and on that line. See, that's pretty good. I don't even need to really tighten that down. And yeah, hold my marker upside down so it writes all over my hand. God, that just saved me so much math that I did not want to do this late in the day. And now we can just run down and look. There's my gunnel line, and it has a nice little bow out right at the end, kind of how I wanted. And of course I'll do whatever I'm going to do on the end there, but for the actual line part, I can just run down this with the jigsaw and cut all this scrap crap off the end. Do the same thing on the other side, we'll be in good shape. I think this is going to be about the final rough shape. We have, now this, turn that off real quick. Definitely have some work to do on the splash whale, just kind of getting some ideas for that. Did go with the tighter seams here, but I think it's coming in pretty streamlined. I like it. Sun's starting to go down. So basically all I've done so far, you can see the hot glue all over this thing. I cleaned some of that off, but with these thin little strips of foam just to kind of band-aid it together, the little bits of glue in the seams and whatnot for now. And I went ahead and broke it loose all the way around, so it's just sitting there. So obviously lots to do before this gets glassed up and put down. Well, I gotta finish the hull sides on the insides first. I mean, I got lots to do. I gotta recore the supports, But for now, I think we're looking good. We got a shape. So back here, basically the plan, let me grab these real quick out of my pile of scrap. So this is my makeshift bench seat and makeshift hatch lid, rough shape. These are probably a little smaller, but I'm thinking 1, 2, 3 hatches on here. Center one, lid might be a little smaller. I'm gonna put like maybe a 20-gallon live well in there. I think that'd be real nice. Gotta make some bulkheads for the front and back. Gotta make some gunnel caps. I got lots to do. But I'm starting to get it to come together. Starting to see a vision. So anyways, yeah, keep going. Check back in soon. All right, added some combing boards here. Basically, I think I had a scrap piece somewhere in my pile. Essentially, all I did was I took some foam, ran into 3-inch strips, used some drywall screws just to tack it in place while I added some putty to hold it. And then I went down the edge with sander, just get everything level and smooth, put a piece of tape on it to protect the edge. And now I'm going to go over it with the router inside. Now round this off, get ready to put the first bits of glass on it. So the plan now, glass the top, get one layer just to lock it all in place. I think I've got the shape I want. And I painted first, obviously. The boat was upside down. I wanted to paint it all. I didn't want to have to worry about lifting it and painting it while it was right side up. So now I have to protect it. So, plan for that. I'm gonna run a couple more layers of tape down the side. I'm gonna, get some plastic. I'm gonna sheet it all off. Make sure the paint is safe. I'm actually going to wrap a few layers of glass just down, to about here. Get everything, get the top done, and then pick the whole cap up, flip it over, glass the bottom side, get it all perfect and good. Trim these little edge pieces, that I'm gonna make, and make my bulkheads, put the hatches in. I got live well mold them over there working on. Get all that stuff done, glass the underside, and then set the whole thing on, glue it to the bulkheads, and 5200 and glue and screw into the sides. Basically, I'm just gonna cold mold the whole thing. See how it works. And well, so far it's turning out pretty good. We have a really nice design coming along here. As you can see, I've got it back off the boat, flipped over, got the underside glassed, shaped over these combing boards, got this all smooth, and we're about ready to get it put back on. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Appreciate you making it this far in the video. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm looking forward to getting this back off of the sawhorses and back on the boat. But getting it off of the sawhorses and back on the boat because, well, it takes up a lot of room in the shop and I got stuff to do. So anyways, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll talk soon, guys.